Hey guys and girls, I'm being asked about what to do about aging muscles. So, yeah, it's a funny one because I don't really see muscles as aging. I read an article in New York Times and it was talking about mitochondria, blood flow, energy, and all that slowing down. So, the solution to that is to really work on how the body works. So, you've got the skeleton, the skeletal system. You've got the blood flow, the oxygen, and the hormones. So you want to look at things that are going to give you a strong skeleton, great blood flow, and then you also want to look at mobility and flexibility. So if I was to create a program for people that are aging, for example, or want to slow down the process of aging or increase longevity, then what I would say to look at is those three factors. And so day one would be looking at doing weight training, and particularly on the spine and on the posture, on having a strong back. So I would get people doing hex bar deadlifts, because what they do is they work on the lower back, keeping it nice and strong. It also doesn't have the grip of a deadlift, which is a pronated overhand grip, which means that the shoulders are set more back. It's from a higher platform, so it's safe on the stabilizers and on the back, and it's a great way for people that get low back pain to strengthen the lower back. In fact, to work it properly when done correctly and with great technique. So I would have people doing things like hex bar deadlifts, for example, on the weight training day. I'd also get them to do things like chest and back work, and maybe some arm, leg, and butt work. So that would be the weight training day. On another day, I'd have them doing cardio for 45 minutes, because that's when testosterone levels drop, and then a 15-minute stretch. Then on the third day, I'd have them doing, what would I have them doing? Gymnastics. So body weight movements that involve flexibility and movement. And then on the fourth day, I'd get them to do another activity, something that they like. Because if it's general longevity they're looking for, give them a skill set, something that they enjoy doing for the fourth time. Like, let's say it's playing tennis or picking up boxing or dancing, something that's a skill set that gets their brain working and gets them to move their coordination. So technically the weight training day and the mobility day should actually be almost like rehab strengthening days that keep you working your coordination, working your strength, keeping your balance, and working all the energy systems to keep you working well. So yeah, that's basically my take on it. You don't have to get old. As Joseph Pilates says, you're as old as your spine. So if you have a healthy spine, you'll be absolutely fine. That's mine, by the way. I made that up. So yeah, the other thing is, like, don't take it as a rule. For example, if you like weight training and your body works with it, do it 2-3 times. If you like boxing or dancing, do that 2 or 3 times. Then do your weights once a week. I would do your cardio definitely like 1-2-3 times a week. The thing is, you can play with any of these proportions. What I'm doing is I'm giving you a template. Me personally, I would say train every day, because if you're training less than 4 times a week, you're not really serious about stopping yourself from aging. Like, if you're fearful or scared about not being healthy, then you would commit to doing it 4 times a week minimum. Because to be honest, the amount of training people do to keep healthy, it's work. It's hard work. It's simple, but it's effort and it's work, and it's going to make you feel good, but you've got to put that effort in. So yeah, minimum training 4 times a week. If you can train every day, that's perfect. Like for me, I would say, I'll give you my program. No, I won't give you my program. I'll give you a week, because my program kind of changes week by week, but there's a certain template. I tend to do boxing 3 to 4 times a week, because it's a skill. I'm a martial artist. I train in the UK Karate Squad, and yeah, I was really into karate. So for me, I love martial arts. I love fighting, the skill set of fighting. So for me, boxing isn't a skill set I'm necessarily that good at or learned to be that good at. Although I know how to punch and strike, boxing's a different skill set. So for me, whenever there's something with a skill set, I like to do it 4 times a week. So I tend to do boxing 3 to 4 times a week. Gymnastics is another skill that I learned. So I tend to look at physical training as skills. I don't look at it as training. And the shape ends up being awesome that way. So I'm doing gymnastics 3 to 4 times a week because at the moment I really want to learn how to do a handstand and do it well. So you can look at training as learning, yeah? Or you can look at it as a system. Like personally, for people that are not trainers, because for me learning new stuff is part of my tool for my team of trainers and also for training people. So if I were you guys, I would do what I was saying with the template of training 4 to 7 times a week and doing something that's going to keep you healthy, like 3 times of cardio, 1 or 2 times of strength training, which involves the body weight, and 1 that involves weights, and then 1 mobility day where you're stretching. So things like yoga, gymnastics, but I wouldn't specifically do a yoga class. I'd look at stretches that work for you. I do like yoga, so I would add in the odd yoga session. So anyway, back to my workout. I did weights once this week as well. So I tend to do weight training every week or 2 weeks because I've built a great structure. I've done Olympic lifting for 5 years. I've also done bodybuilding weight training for a while. So for me, I don't really like losing anything. So I tend to do things I don't want to lose every 1 or 2 weeks because it's not my focus, for example, but it's something that I'd like to keep as a skill set and a strength. So I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some ways of thinking in terms of training and things that you can do for your health and longevity, and also to counter aging. So yeah, also if you want to do any training, come over to my gym in SW1 or come and see my trainers. We've got a great system for training, great atmosphere. So you've got to feel good about training as well. You've got to enjoy it, and you have to have a system. So it doesn't matter if you come and train once a week with a trainer or 4 times a week, or even 5 times a week, because it's all about getting a system that works for you, either with a relationship with a trainer that works for you or a program with a trainer that works for you, and then you've got your own stuff that you like to do. So I've got some people, they like to train once a week, and they do training outside in classes or with groups or with other trainers or their own thing. And I've got other people that they just want to train with me or another trainer like 5 times or 6 or 7 times every day if they want. So anyway, I hope this helps, and leave some comments on the video, and look forward to seeing from you, hearing from you, or getting a message from you. Take care, have a great day, and see you soon.